are going to start in Genesis, and we are going to start at Genesis 21, and we'll be reading verses 30 to 34. So it reads, He said, These 7 ewe lambs you shall accept from my hand, in order that you may be a witness for me that I dug this well. Therefore that place was called Beer-sheba, because they're both of them swore an oath. When they had made a covenant at Beer-sheba, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, left and returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a charismatic tree in Beer-sheba and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham resided as an alien many days in the land of the Philistines. So actually, and this is the beauty of this, Will, sometimes I mess up, and now I've got you to fall back on. So here, this is long before Isaac. So this is the chapter right before the command to sacrifice Isaac. So in this chapter, because when I researched wells in the Bible, this was one of the first that popped up. So out of this, what were you seeing already?
Well, the first thing I noticed was that it was interesting to me that he offered lambs to for the oath to prove that, to be like, hey, listen, I dug the well, even though Abimelech allegedly he says, I, uh, they're saying you didn't do it. I don't know, acting like he doesn't really know anything about it. And we know that Abraham, from the scriptures previously, we know he's not exactly just a guy that just has some animals. He's a pretty wealthy guy. He's got gold, silver, anything else you could probably imagine. And yet, somehow, for some reason, he offers not just lambs, he offers 7 lambs. And to me, that was the first thing that popped out to me is I was like, why 7? And then was it lambs? And the only thing that I could think of was sort of it foreshadowing Christ and how he's a well, that never runs dry, the true living water. So that's the first thing that popped out to me. The only other thing that popped out to me initially was the tamarisk tree, I believe.
Yeah, I probably
The
butchered the name of that.
Oh, I don't know, yeah, but I did think it was interesting that he planted that specific tree. I don't really know that much about those trees, to be honest with you, but I thought that was interesting that it was an important enough detail that it's recorded forever. So I thought that was interesting. And I think it sort of foreshadows, I believe, and I think we're going to talk about this passage later on, whenever Moses is leading the Israelites through the wilderness, and they keep grumbling, being like, "Hey, we're thirsty," and then they finally get to the 12 different springs, and it's not just springs. There's also date trees, so it's a different kind of tree, but it kind of reminded me of a similar theme in that a tree needs water to live, and so that's another thing that popped out to me.